Hey everybody, Joey with Angel Eye Guy here. I got a set of E92 M3 headlights here. We're going to be installing the opaque 120 Angel Eyes. These headlights are the same on all E90X M3 platforms, so E90, E92, and E93 M3s, including E92 and E93 pre-LCI BMWs. So first thing we want to do is, of course, remove the headlights off of the vehicle and also remove the mounting bracket that attaches the headlight to the car. From there, we want to go ahead and flip the headlight around. We're going to want to remove this little piece here. Inside there, we got a Torx screw in there. I believe it's a T20. We want to go ahead and remove that. Now that we got that Torx screw out of there, I'm going to flip the headlight back around and remove this top weather stripping there. So after we got the weather stripping off of there, next thing to do is to heat up the headlight. So we got two options. Option one, of course, is to use a heat gun. Option two is to use a oven. Just depends on whichever you feel is easier. I prefer the heat gun because you can control the heat. If you're going to use the oven, I'd recommend putting it in for about 250 degrees Fahrenheit for about 10 minutes. That should get the seal around the headlight pretty soft so you can just pull it right apart. If you are going to be doing that, I would recommend to at least take out some of the main modules. The modules there, and then probably recommend removing the bulb just in case nothing gets damaged in the heating process. The heat gun, your focus is just around the headlight, so you don't have to remove anything. On my heat gun, I have it set right in the middle. So what I'm going to do is just pretty much heat it up slowly all the way around the headlight until it gets soft. And then I have my headlight separator tool here. I'm going to pry it in there, pop it off. If you don't have that, no problem. You can just use a flathead screwdriver, put in between, and slowly pry it open. So now that we have the headlight heated up, I'm going to get my headlight separator here and just pull. And as you can see, it's just going to keep pulling away. You want to make sure you pop up these clips. You have two on top, two on the bottom. And slowly separate it. So once I separate it a little bit, I'll apply a little bit more heat just so I can get it to come off easy. But as you can see, it comes off pretty easily. Now we're at the bottom side of the headlight. Be able to pull it off a little bit more. Gonna apply a little bit more heat just to get everything nice and soft and pull the rest off. Once you get the lens pretty much all the way off, you want to disconnect this red and black wire down here. You just grab it and you pull and it disconnects, and then from there pull your headlight out and it separates completely. Okay, before we get started on mounting the Angel Eyes, I'm going to kind of go over what's included in the kit. So you're going to get 4 Angel Eyes, you're going to get 2 smaller ones and then 2 larger ones, and you're going to get 2 of these drivers here. On the smaller ones, they are marked at the, you can see at the top there, it's marked top and left. On this other one, it's marked top and right. Pretty much the left is going to be on the left side of the car facing forward. So for US model, the left is going to be driver's side, right is going to be passenger side. So if your car is right-hand drive, like a lot of the cars in Europe, right side is going to be driver's side and left side is going to be passenger side. The 2 larger rings, they're both identical, so there's no left or right side. Those are both the same. On this one in particular, this one has the black brackets. The black brackets are going to be used because we're going to be painting the chrome pieces there. We're going to be painting those black, and you don't want it to stand out. If you're going to be leaving it chrome, I would recommend using the white bracket, which is going to look like that. That way it doesn't clash too much when you mount it in there. Also going to quickly go through the two different types of angel eyes. First one here, this is going to be your standard 120. So as you can see there, it has a clear cover, which you can see the individual LEDs, but again, the LEDs are really small, so it's really hard to see a gap in between them. And then you got the opaque 120 here, uses the same exact LEDs. Main difference is has a white cover on top, which helps diffuse the light a lot better, but that also makes it a lot dimmer. If I were to compare the two, as you can tell, the standard 120 is brighter than the opaque. Sometimes the opaque might look brighter just because it diffuses the light and it makes it a little bit thicker, but at the end of the day, the standard 120s are always going to be brighter. And let me turn it off, that way you can see it off. So again, standard 120, opaque 120. Okay, now on to removing the angel eyes. We got a single T20 Torx screw there. We're going to go ahead and take that out. Once we take that out, the angel eyes are clipped in from here and there. And we're just going to want to go ahead and just pop those off, and the two rings should separate in half and just pull right apart. So once you go ahead and remove that screw and you pop off the little clips on top of both of those angel eyes, they'll separate in two pieces, just like that. And you'll get them and move them onto the side. Okay, next we're going to remove the top cover here and remove the T20 Torx screw there. So once you get that T20 Torx screw out, go ahead and unplug this white wire. Go towards the front. You're gonna have two clips, one at the top, one at the bottom. Go ahead and unclip those. Once you do that, the whole thing should just pop right out. Just like that. So once we got this light out, you're gonna see 5 little clips that look just like this there, all the way around. You're gonna want to go ahead and pry those up and remove the actual angel eye ring. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to be putting the black mounting bracket onto the chrome headlight just to show you how it mounts on there. But later on in the video, we are going to be painting these shrouds black, so we get that blacked out look. So since this is the passenger headlight, or the right headlight, we're going to be grabbing the right mounting bracket, and you see where it says top? That top piece is going to line up with the top of the light here, and you're going to have these 5 little clips there are going to go in the same little spots where the original one was. So it's going to look something similar to that, and of course it's going to have to get clipped in there. If you do break the clip, it's not a big deal. You can just grab a little bit of epoxy and just glue it in. So easy way to put the clips on is to actually have that top portion kind of overhang the back there. That way it gives the bottom some more room to secure in. So have this in, and then from there you should get the bottom 2 clips put on easier, and then just readjust the clips and it should fit right in there. You get the clips in there, it should look just like this. So you got all 5 of those clips in there. If you do break one of the clips, no big deal. There's a little lip that actually sits on the inside there, so it doesn't allow you to, or doesn't allow the angel eye to get pressed in more, so it actually will sit right on that lip there. And then on the back side, you can just put a little bit of epoxy or glue or whatever you like just to hold it in so it doesn't come out. Angel eyes, you're gonna see 2 little notches. You got 1 notch at the top and then 1 notch at the bottom there. Those notches are actually gonna sit right in there and right in there. So from there you can get this and put it right back in there. And once the notches line up, so you'll see it. So right now it's loose. Once it lines up, it's nice and solid. And again, it's loose, lines up, it's nice and tight. And then once that lines up there, you're gonna want to go ahead and put the screw back in. Don't forget to put this little ground terminal there. Now as you're tightening that, you want to make sure you press this forward as you're tightening it so it's a nice snug fit. From up top there, we got the screw in there, we got the tremolo back on, we got the other light plugged back in, and again, Angel Eye is on there pretty good. Now it's on to the other side. So now we're going to start on the larger Angel Eye ring. So if you look at the ring, you see this top clip there, which is going to sit right up top there, and that little part there where it's sticking out is actually going to go right in there. Okay, so let me see if I can do this one-handed. So you want to make sure it lines up pretty close in the center. You want to grab that clip, it's going to sit right there, and then you're just going to want to apply a little bit of pressure downward, not a whole lot, otherwise you'll break it. I don't know if you can tell. So once you apply a little bit of pressure downward, it's going to go in just like that. You're going to grab your screw and put it right in there, and it should hold it. So before you tighten the screw all the way down, you want to make sure you can make sure it's pretty centered. But once you got the screw in there, as you can see, it's pretty tight. I'm moving it around and it's not moving and staying in a spot. Same thing with the wire. You can just bring it right up top, and they both should exit out right through there. Last thing you want to do is remove the Angel Eye bulb. So this one actually has an aftermarket bulb. If you got the OEM bulb, it's just going to be an HA bulb. You're going to want to head and remove that out completely. Unplug. So we got our Angel Eyes here, which come around, plug into there, and they plug into the driver. This is a CAN bus driver, so it's not going to give you any error lights on the dash. And then those will just plug right there into the original Angel Eye connector there. And that's it. And then from there, you just tuck everything in into a little compartment down there and close the lid. So once you got the top and everything there all covered up and everything tucked away, next thing you want to do is just kind of clean out some of the excess. This is the butyl tape that they have in there, so you just want to kind of clean that out. And I would definitely highly recommend getting some additional sealant. That it's called butyl tape, B-U-T-Y-L tape. You get this from the retrofit store, so you can get it on eBay, Amazon. A lot of places will sell it. So from there, you're going to want to put a bead all the way around it. Get the lens, connect the lens back in, heat it up, and put it in. So I'm going to do that towards the later part of the video. But for now, I'm going to just remove these back off. That way we can get those painted and get everything blacked out. So I'm going to go over on how to remove the headlight shrouding to get everything painted. So on the back here, you can see a little tab there. You can go and press down on that tab out and down, and that'll pop off this glass lens. So we're going to, of course, remove that screw there. We also have one more screw back there, and then from there, this whole piece can just pop right off. There you go. It's held on by a little clip there on the side. And then next, on this one here, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, the one on the bottom, and then 4, the one there on the right side, and that'll remove that shrouding there. So I've already had a painted set ready to go. I got that set there, those there, and these there. So I'm not going to get into detail on how to paint it. Everybody has their own way of painting it, sanding it, prepping it. So paint it whatever color you like. You can paint it black, white, red, blue, whatever you like. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the black shrouds back on here. Also, this is the best time to clean the projector lens there. And anything that's in there you want to clean out. So perfect time to do it, even if you want to swap the lens. Again, right now is the best time to do it. So we'll get these put on there and show you how it looks. Okay, so we got the rings installed. We got the new seal put on there. Again, this is the butyl tape. So we got new sealant put all the way around. Next thing we're going to do is heat all this up and put the lens back together. Okay, everything's heated up. Going to put the headlight back together. Also want to make sure that we connect that red and black wired connector there back into that corner light. As you're putting the headlight back together, make sure that the two top little tabs here and the two on the bottom line up right. Once you get it in far enough, then we're going to want to go ahead and put that screw, that torque screw, back in there. That way we can go ahead and tighten everything up, and then from there we'll heat up the headlight again, and then keep pressing in until all of these clips pop in. Okay, so we got that screw back there tightened up. So you can see the sealant oozing out, so that means you know it's a really tight fit. Next thing we're gonna do is grab like some pliers and just slightly press and squeeze the headlight lens together. Just like that, you'll see them pop in. Do the same thing. Again, you don't want to press it hard enough to where you're going to crack the lens. You just want to slowly press these in. You just want to do it around the whole headlight and make sure that all 4 tabs lock in. So there you have it. Everything is put back together. Only thing you have to do is put the headlight mounting bracket back on and put it back onto the car, plug it in, and you're ready to go.